I'm playing Anikthea next. This is an upgraded budget list. Getting to play it for dirt cheap on MTGO again. I only had to invest $5 to build my version of the pre-con version for $40. So the fact that I could build this for 18 ticks from scratch, you're saving yourself $22, and it's, in my opinion, a better list. I'll include a link to the deck list in the description below, so be sure to give it a look at. I'm really excited about this deck in particular because I thought it was the most powerful of the four. Quite excited to play it. In terms of what it costs in paper, it's an upgraded deck. It goes for like $60. Its value is $91, and the value of this deck is $185, so I'm basically double.
Prepare for trouble!
Being that every card that has a max limit of $5, you probably have them lying around in your trade binders, or if you want to trade, it's a realistic expectation to find these kinds of cards in people's binders. So if you want to start from scratch, I highly recommend taking a look at my list. Playing against Kaheera, Juleva, and Gwyn. Gwyn's an equipment deck, Juleva is a spellslinger deck, and Kaheera is some kind of tribal deck. I'm not sure which one they're going for. And I'm playing Anikthea.
No, 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 no.
I couldn't diverge too much from the original list because the best way I think to play this deck is actually stacks. We're going to lead off with Sun Petal for now, just so I have access to more colors on my following turn. Anyways, stacks cards, not only are they debilitative to what your opponents are trying to do, they are extremely expensive, hence the name of that deck archetype. And Wizard's Jitte is really good. And obviously, if I'm playing on a budget, can't really play stacks, so I have to maintain the identity of going wide and getting some kind of reward for playing enchantments. So I kept most of that package in the deck. But the reason as to why I think the enchantments deck is the strongest is its card advantage package is just head and shoulders above the other three decks. I guess it's a three-person game. Let's play a Signet, and I'll probably cycle this Ash Barrens to get a Swamp. I believe that by the time your opponent, if you were to sit down at a table and play all four of the precons from Commander Masters, I think the Enchantress deck will turn into a 3-on-1 pretty consistently. I think this equipment deck will be the biggest issue because they've had an explosive turn, but he kind of screwed up because he tried copying a legendary equipment.
What an imbecile. What an ultramaroon.
So I don't feel as bad, and this Graven Cairns isn't doing anything because he needs a black or a red to filter mana, so he effectively has just got one white mana at his disposal. So it's kind of a good thing that he's stumbling a little bit because he's definitely playing a stronger deck. Oh, this is a Persistent Petitioner deck. Ooh, this might be pretty tough. Was not expecting Persistent Petitioners in a Juleva deck. I could do more setup, or I could start being a pill with Calyx. No, we're gonna take our time here. Ramping seems good. I'm counting 4 white pips, so let's get a plains and counting 2 black, 2 green, so I'm kind of split evenly in that department. I have way more double black than I do double green, so I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do a swamp. And luckily he hasn't had a cheap body to play yet to equip this Jitte to, so it's not doing anything. Jitte is one of the most broken equipment in probably Magic's history. If you've never played against it one-on-one, it's really brutal. When I'm playing competitive Magic, I always just throw it in there just because it's that good. Doesn't matter if it fits the theme of the deck, you should run it kind of equipments. Hit Grasp of Fate and Satyr Enchanter. Alright. Could only play Apex of Power and Everflowing Insight. Wow. I think I want to deny him because these are significant spells, so I'm probably just going to exile it with Calyx. Oh, I need an enchantment in play, don't I? Play Mirari's Wake and Bond setting up. The Jitte triggers when it deals damage. Doesn't care who or what it hits. I think it's the Mirari's Wake that's garnering all the undesirable attention here. I think I want creatures and blockers, so I'm probably going to lead off with Sigil of the Empty Throne and then go Enchantress Presence after, just prioritizing the bodies because it looks like people are just going to be ganging up on little old me due to this enchantment here, so gonna make him work for it. Nice. I didn't know Grixis did the option to give -4 toughness. That's pretty good. Ooh, Hollowed Haunting. That's also really good. I have 11 mana at my disposal. Yeah, we want to lead off with this. Then probably gonna play the Presence here and play the Hollow Haunting. Racking up the bodies here. Now I have 2 5/5s and a card advantage engine and mana ramp. It's exactly where I want to be. Considering how this guy just drew 7 cards and I'm only 2 behind him, that's pretty wild. I had help from Ash Barrens and Cultivate, but Mirage Lake, that's a bummer. Oh well. Still have plenty of mana to play with. Could be worse. I have plenty of other scary enchantments at my disposal. I think the better target would have been my card advantage, because you'd only have so much mana. Now, I wonder if he offers Juleva up to me to block, so he can reset and exile more stuff on a recast, or if they go for just hitting them and casting this Apex of Power. No, he doesn't even make 10 mana because it's not being cast from his hand. They exile the top 7 and then they can cast spells from among them until end of turn, so he only has the mana that he has available to play with. That's still going deep though. I'm not sure why this is a Persistent Petitioner deck though. Just feels like you're pulling yourself in one too many directions. You want to mill, I think he can mill himself. Yeah, target player. Yeah, I'm just not sure what they're going for. Because you're at least dedicating 30 slots to just Persistent Petitioners, and then cut yourself off from instants and sorceries for your Juleva to use.
That would be counterproductive, sir.
So it kind of just doesn't make any sense to me. Curtain's Call's good. I think we just keep on ramping, and then definitely are killing off this Cypher setup that he's got going on here. Let's get a Forest and a Swamp. Put the Forest into play tap. Curtain's Call is 2 less, so it's 4 mana. I won't be able to cast anything else this turn. I think I'll wait till his end step to cast it because it's an instant. I'll offer 1 Angel up, see what they want to do. Like I said, I think he wants his Juleva to die, and then I'll Curtain's Call his Juleva in this. Hopefully he plays Juleva main phase 1, but who knows. Practicing good habits, he'll play main phase 2. But like me, I didn't feature those good habits in this turn. I played stuff main phase 1. I don't know if it really mattered any difference. I am playing the Curtain's Call correctly and waiting to the very last moment to cast stuff. Now we have blockers for his little Persistent Petitioner here. Bouncing all my stuff back to hand. It's a little annoying. At least I'll get more triggers for my Enchantress's Presence. Hit my Farseek. Hit this. Gonna take away the Brunor. I don't know if the Brunor is worth it though. Yeah, it is. Just take my lumps from the Angels for now. Just a minor reset. I'm only missing out on basically Arcane Signet. It's 1 mana less. Minor inconvenience. It's not the end of the world. I love Curtain's Call. I'm so glad that got a printing in this set, because these Undaunted cards didn't get a printing in MTGO until now. So now we get access to them. One of my favorite spells because it's an instant that can destroy 2 targets. I don't have any plays, so we're just going to yield through the turn. Sucked up a little bit of my timer going over the deck prices at the beginning of the video. Was kind of surprised that this fired up as fast as it did. What do you exile? Let's see it. Night's Whisper, Sight Rebellion, Opportunity, Warp World. Oh my god. I hate people that play Warp World. Enjoy while you can. Nitrogen Mist. I need to exile this thing. I need to deny these options. He's away from having enough mana to cast again. Maybe he has another spell in hand to do that, but 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. Play Arcane Signet, go to 7. Play Nitrogen Mist. Well, I know for a fact that I have to play Calyx, so just do that for now. Put it on my Enchantress Presence. I got plenty of Enchantresses in the deck. Play the Mist. Maybe I should have went with Weaver in case I drew a land, but oh well. Ooh, Demon of Fate's Design. That's pretty handy. Most people don't like mill decks. I don't see the problem with them. You just need to treat the cards that you lose like they weren't even there in your deck. No big deal. You never saw them. Just tell yourself you weren't going to draw them anyways. And I'm not in a rush. He has to mill us a considerable amount for me to be concerned. I'm still over 66 cards in my library. And hopefully the Juleva player is out of gas. They have 5 cards, so they have 6 mana, 7 mana at their disposal. Probably got some obnoxious haymakers in there somewhere. Now everything equips for free. I would have put the Umezawa's Jitte on one of these 2. And get more bang for your bucks, and then just move it back over here to Sir Gwyn. You got a combat step, use it. Wow, holy cow, he just exiled 6 cards from all of us, and he whiffed on everything. He just saw 18 cards and got nothing. Jesus.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oh, that is brutal. Yeah, go ahead, mill me. See what I care. Ooh, Cacophony Unleashed. That's a fun card. I don't mind animating that. I'm just going to lose this token anyways. So I kind of, I want to board wipe because I don't want to deal with all of this. I'm going to keep this guy down, but I am a little annoyed that I basically give this guy another shot at looking for stuff. It's just an obnoxious blocker. It's going to die eventually. So in that case, I'll discard Grim Guardian for now because I don't think this gains me life. Yeah. More lands. Let's look for, ooh, Boon Spirit of the Realm. Pretty good. I got a Whip Silk now too. So now I can, what would I value more at this point? I see a ton of cards with Whip Silk. Yeah, Whip Silks. Oh, I don't have a lot of green sources. We're just going to go with Spirit Boon of the Realm. I would go with Whip Silk if I had a lot more green, but I only have access to 4 colors and I'd get a little low on life here. Play this tapped. Play the Weaver. Binding of the Old Gods is good. Well, I have a lot of fodder for the Sir Gwyn player. I imagine he takes a Juleva player, but the Juleva just will block just so he gets another chance to rip some more stuff off the top of our libraries. I wish there was like a number counter associated with the piles because I want to know, I have to manually count this out because I want to know how many cards I've seen with my card advantage package so far. Just alpha striking the Juleva player. Well, he doesn't mind. I guess he soaks up a lot less damage. Probably should have thrown in, I forget I think it's called Intangible Virtue. It's a 2-drop enchantment that makes it so your token creatures have vigilance. Would have been a nice include in this deck because you make a ton of tokens in this deck. I've seen 30 cards in this game already. 10 of them were from natural draws, just resetting the board again. I do not mind. Quinn Boo is down to 2 cards. Feeling really good in this position. I said I couldn't play a whole lot of sax effects. I got the pepper in some though, and it's doing some work for sure. Ooh, Aura Silence. That'll shut down this equipment deck pretty good. Let's go digging first. Sterling Grove. I'll take it. Why not? It's cheap and I get the tutor. I get that Whip Silk back. I almost think I value the protection more at this point because steal damage to me. Does deal damage. Let's keep our life totals up nice and high. Oh god. Odo's freaking out. Making too many triggers. It's not really worth my time blowing up. Maybe the Jite, but I got plenty of fodder to deal with that. Let's look for some land here. I want to get this Colony Heart Expedition the trigger. Man, I don't know why Enchantress's Presence has like a seizure every time I click on that first. Seal Cleansing. All right, I think I play this. Fortunately, it ties up 2 of my alternate mana sources, but I think protecting my stuff is important here. Okay, it doesn't matter what I click first. I'll have a meltdown. Stuffed on double black, so that's the end of my turn, but I have 3 7/7s and 3 6/6s, all with flag. And I'm playing on a $13 budget here, and I've seen cards between these 2 players that are 13 bucks alone, if not more. That's the power of, I guess, synergy and card advantage. Well, there goes another player, and I got the W. I think I'll give it to the throwback, but this is what the Enchantress decks do. It's just a giant engine. I never even got a chance to play my commander because it was humming right from the get-go. You know what I mean? There was no time where it was like, oh man, I need to play my commander. I love a deck where it functions perfectly fine without it. It's Anikthea in this deck is just a backup plan anyways, in case your very important enchantments get blown up, you get to reanimate them. Another pretty solid victory. Between the 4 precons, my opinion was the Enchantress deck and the Planeswalker deck were the 2 strongest, and the Eldrazi and Sliver deck were the 2 weakest. I'm glad I got to showcase the reasons why. Things that are on the docket, I'm going to update the lighting. Also, be covering Wilds of Eldraine, the spoiler season, which I'll start on 2 more days. I'll cover the stuff that was already released up to the 14th, and then officially the spoiler season of Wilds of Eldraine start the 15th. I imagine a lot of people are excited for that, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video and the previous ones and the future ones to come, because I'm going to build these precons in a more budgetless fashion, where I show you the strongest that it could possibly be. I've been also increasing my, I guess, production quality of the videos themselves. Been adding a lot of animations, a lot of sound effects in particular, and really having fun with that because I didn't realize how much depth you can get out of content from just adding fun sound. And if you weren't here for my last video, if you like what you saw, my viewers, my subscribers, you're the best. I wanted to keep on increasing the quality that you get. It gets a little challenging in spoiler season because I'm forced to make a video daily, and that's so I could compete with other channels and you get to hear my opinions on things that are worth your time to make you a better consumer and a better player in that realm. When I do these gameplay videos, it's strictly to like show you that I practice what I preach, and you get to see how my card selection impacts the game. And I don't want to toot my own horn and give myself more credit than I deserve, but most games that I play, I am consistently performing well and either winning the game or coming really darn close to taking games away. And if you like what you see, then subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep doing this for an indefinite amount of time. Like I love the hobby of editing too much, and I love Magic too much, and I love sharing what I know. So everyone have a good night. Bye.